friends, happy weekend. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend predictions for love and money. And first, we're going to start with a little bit of spiritual cleansing. So, I am using a tree resin that is sacred to my culture. And whenever I do cleansing, I try to make sure that the vehicle or the method that I use for cleansing is something that's going to A, resonate for me, specifically like my culture, my beliefs. Sorry about the noise, by the way. They're doing construction across the street from my house. Anyway, so I try to do something that like resonates. So I use this resin that is from my culture, but really when you're using smoke, you want to think about the technology of it. Okay, so when I say technology, a lot of times we think like our phones, our computers, all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking about spiritual technology. And what I mean by this spiritual technology is the ways that many cultures have used different types of methods to store data, to cleanse, to shift like a situation. And for instance, like storytelling, that's a data storage method, you know? So smoke, the belief, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but the belief is that the energy, the vibrations of the energy that gets like kind of stuck in your body or your energetic space, your aura, the smoke moves it out for you. The smoke helps to facilitate the release of that energy and to kind of like cleanse it or like purify it, sort of. So what I recommend is if you are wanting to do some smoke cleansing, first use something that is fire safe. So here's my little like mini cauldron. I've had this thing for a long while. So you're gonna want to use something that is fire safe. If you look closely, so I use coals, like those coals that you use for a hookah. But what I do is I actually cut them into small pieces, like on my cutting board, because a whole hookah like disc, it burns for like half an hour or something, or an hour or more. And I don't need that. I only need it to burn for a little bit. So I cut them into small pieces and put my, whatever I'm going to be, using for medicine, sacred soap medicine. I talked a little bit about sage. With sage, you want to be very mindful about it because I don't even use it very often because it's a endangered plant, and it is a plant that is very sacred to a specific culture that is not mine specifically. So, I don't use it. I use things that make sense for me, things that are part of my culture, things that are around me. Yeah, and so there are other ways though also that you can cleanse. You can use sound, so drumming or even like banging pots and pans because that breaks up the vibration in an area. You can use water, whether that be like special like holy water type stuff that is blessed, or you use like water to you put out like a cup of water, and that can help absorb energies in a space, so it doesn't work quite as quickly as like smoke or something like that. Let's see, I think that's all that I got in terms of talking this morning. It was quite a full moon, right? Yesterday was the full moon in Sagittarius, or last night, depending where you are, and lots of heavy energies, or not, I shouldn't even say heavy, but just like a lot of energies around people just kind of like exuding, expressing stuff like that. So I hope that your full moon was good. If you are doing full moon magic, I definitely will recommend that you do some spiritual cleansing first and after, because when you're working with the energies in the full moon, things can just be unpredictable, So I recommend that. Okay, I need to take some timestamps. Let me grab something to write with. Okay. All right, friends. I think today we'll go Aries to Pisces. because we've been doing like by the signs and or by the elements and stuff, but I think today we're going to do just the normal straight through Aries to Pisces. I'm just making my list here, so give me one sec. So we're going to start by looking at the energies around your love life this weekend, and then we're going to look at the energies around your money, and then we're going to pull an oracle card from the Cosmic Insights deck, which is one that's been kind of familiar or kind of popular lately for a lot of people. I've seen it on a lot of like different readers' pages. All right, let's get started. Aries. Hi Aries, happy Friday, happy weekend. This is your weekend money and love energy prediction. First, we're gonna look at the energies around your love life, and then we're gonna look at the energies around your money. All right, so for your love life this weekend, Aries. Ooh, we got the Three of Cups. This is a good way to start the weekend. The Four of Wands. This is good. It's like both the Three of Cups is this like fun energy of going out and like socializing, and the Four of Wands is creating stability. So doing that socializing while you are like maybe with people you know or doing something you know. And the Five of Wands. How did I do that? Reached in and got it. Let's pull one more. Yeah, the Five of Wands is like a lot about strategy, about thoughtfulness when, you know, if there is conflict, like how you manage that, how you know, and we're using the Friends deck for your love, but, you know, it's like them doing remember there's like a episode where they're all playing football, something like that. So that's what you want to kind of think about this weekend. Let's pull one more card to get a little bit more information. And the Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck, the Moon. Okay, Aries, if you did any, with this full moon, if you did any like spiritual work for your love life, and there's definitely the possibility for it to come in this weekend, whatever you're trying to attract to yourself. So just be thoughtful. If you're, sometimes when you like use the moon or different like celestial events to move energy, so like to do spells, do manifestation, that kind of thing, like candles, do your rituals, sometimes it's just there can be a lot of people and, you know, doing that work, especially if you're living in a densely populated area. So for instance, you know, I live in New York City, and there might be a lot of people doing spells or doing energy work on the full moon. And so all of this like collective energy in a physical location can affect everyone's like energy workings. And so you can put up barriers, but if you did do energy work, just be mindful about what you did and how you're managing it. But aside from that, with your love life, things are looking really like good, and you are taking some control, and you're able to like start to build what you want in your love life. It's not this weekend, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect and that everything will be easy and that you're just going to like meet the person you want and it's going to flow and it's going to make sense and all that kind of stuff. What I am seeing is that Aries, your love readings have had a lot to do with difficult emotions and letting things go in terms of your romantic world. So now you're rebuilding, and as you're rebuilding, be strategic, be thoughtful, make a plan, but also be yourself. Be the, you know, Aries that is not afraid, that moves forward. Move forward thoughtfully. Be careful with your tongue. And also, it's possible that somebody could be having some sex this weekend. I don't want to say the word because I don't want the video to get tagged. But you could be having some like fun, intimate times. And because we also have the moon. And so, you know, that could be with a Cancer. But there's this energy around you having a good time at night, you know? Three of Cups and the moon. So maybe you go out this weekend in the evening. Even like do something outside if you can, under the moon. The moon's light. Cute. Actually, I'm gonna pull one more card, Aries, and we're going to find out more about this moon. Actually, two more cards. We get the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. And before I start these readings, like I both shuffle these decks and I energetically cleanse them, which is why I have this like sacred smoke going, because I'm like always doing always doing all this cleansing. I just burned myself a little bit. But here is some smoke for the collective. Some sacred smoke. All right, back to your reading, Aries. So with this Knight, you have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups. So you be this King of Cups, Aries. You be this Knight of Swords, the Knight of Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups. Be all this energy this weekend. I mean, be thoughtful, Aries, because sometimes you can just go a little fast and hard. But I think that maybe this past week with your love life has changed your perspective a little bit about how you move. All right, let's look at your money for the weekend. Cute. We've got the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and Three of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. This is your second Three of Cups in your reading. I'm sorry, it's loud outside still. Oh my gosh, I apologize for that. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and there's like always construction. There's never not construction in New York, but they're always like building something. So with your money, you, like Aries, you've been working at it. You've been trying, you have been learning from your mistakes. You have been putting in the hard work and the effort and learning about, you know, this study is what I'm getting, this patience. And Aries, you're not known as a patient sign, but in terms of your money, you have really kind of like decided that you were going to settle into whatever the situation is, learn about it, grow your confidence, not just expect that, oh, I'm Aries, I, you know, automatically get these things or I automatically know these things. No, you have been a lot more humble about how you're making your money, and that's actually paid off significantly. And this weekend, it's going to start paying off even more because you have both the Ten of Cups and the Chariot. Again, I'm going to say again, there could be a Cancer because you have both Cancer cards here, which is the Moon and the Chariot. So either there's a Cancer person in your life, or you have Cancer in your chart, or, you know, you're going to meet somebody, but I think it's going to be a good weekend. You know, do keep your senses up and aware, you know, but yeah, don't spend too much money. You do have this Ace of Swords, so it could be, you know, that you get some money this weekend, which would be awesome, but you just want to have fun, but also remember that there might be a rainy day or you might need it for something else, you know. Okay, let's pull an oracle card for the energies around your weekend, and then we're gonna move on to Taurus. We're gonna take these. Actually, we're gonna take 3. That's just what feels right now for you, Aries. You have Earth signs, so it could be a Cancer, like I said, but Also, earth sign or just getting grounded. And if you have friends or know people that are earth signs and they are grounded people, because just because somebody has earth in their chart doesn't mean that they have, you know, in this life gotten to that like space where they exude that. Also communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. I mean, but only do this communication if the person who has possibly done something wrong or harmed you or hurt you, only if they've actually changed their behavior. You do not have to forgive people if they just by saying sorry, just because they say sorry, because that could be an empty thing. It could be even a way they manipulate you. So unless somebody's actions have shown you that their behavior has changed, you don't have to forgive them. But what I would recommend, Aries, is that you let the energy of the feelings go, so that you're not there like putting your own emotional energy into whatever situation might be happening. Because you have a great weekend. You have an amazing weekend. And the last card that I have for you is Guardian. And your guardian angel, a lost loved one, watches over you. So lost, like, I don't think people on the other side are lost. And tomorrow on Saturdays we do readings about messages from the other side, but I don't think they're lost. But I do think that there's a vibrational, material, like material world, fleshy type separation. But other than that, anyway, so Aries, there is someone or a pet or something that is watching over you from the other side. Cute. Good reading. Okay, Aries, come back tomorrow, because like I said, we're going to be doing a reading. We'll be talking about messages from the other side. And then on Sunday, we talk about messages from your pet. Typically, I like to pre-record these readings, but my life is just really packed full right now. So, and I've got significant responsibilities. So we are live streaming until June, and then things will settle down. All right, Aries, thanks for watching. Comment, like, share, subscribe. See you later. And we're moving on to Taurus at 1-7. Happy weekend, Taurus. This is your weekend money and love energy predictions. I'm Clear Astrology Tarot. First, we're going to pull some cards about your love life, and then we're going to pull cards about your money. So let's get going. Oh, and we'll get we'll pull an oracle card for you. I swear I know how to use my mouth. And with that said, we've got the Ten of Cups, the King of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we got the Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands, I mean. So Taurus, you've been working, we've talked about this all week, how you have been working to heal your heart, to make the situation better, to like kind of be the bigger person, so to say, in the situation. And I think that's helping you. I think that you taking on this sort of like, maybe mature, but not necessarily mature, just like slightly more grounded perspective. And I know that the King of Wands isn't known to be a grounded energy, but I think that that's what you're doing right now in your love life, because you're really wanting to manifest this where the difficulties change and you're able to like sail off into the ease and be protected. And if you do have a loved one, like a romantic partner or partners, like you want them around with you and you want it to be easy. You want to have this Ten of Cups energy. And absolutely, it's available this weekend. But what I will say is that it's available contingent, you know, on you being open to shift, to transformation, to letting things be different in the material world, to compromising. Taurus, that's not always a thing that, you know, your sign is so excited to do. I don't know. But that if you're able to let a situation develop without you steering it or guiding it, I think that would be helpful, Taurus. Along with this Page of Wands, which is the energy of creating the thing, you know, starting, letting it mature, letting it develop, and putting your energy into it. So let things transform. Taurus, let's look at your money. We've got the Empress, good. The Hanged Man and the Ace of Cups. The 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, for your money this weekend, like, you should take care of your bank account. I want you to, if you're spending a lot right now, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I were you, like if this were my reading, I would slow my roll and think a lot about how you might need that money later, how you can actually grow the money that you want to spend maybe on like going out or partying. And it is important to spend, you know, money to enable you to have fun and socialize and do all those sorts of things. But try and find ways this weekend where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're in an area where there are free things to do, take advantage of that. And if that's not a thing, if you're somewhere where you can't easily get to, you know, fun, free things, find ways to make your own fun. Work on a project around the house, or do something like on the internet that is free. I wouldn't recommend staying inside all day, like on the internet. You need some interaction with other people, but take care of your finances. Take a look at everything. And remember that the money that you save now has the capacity to help you later when you do need it. So you can give yourself that helping hand when there is like a financial, you know, something that happens. Cute. Let's look at your oracle card for the weekend, the energies around the weekend. And Taurus, come back tomorrow, because on the weekends we talk about, I do readings for messages from the other side, like spirits on the other side. And then on Sunday we talk about what your pet wants you to know. Challenges is the card you have today, or for the weekend. Make a decision, work on inner healing. So challenges, I mean, it doesn't have to be horrible giant challenges. Could be a lot of emotional energy, but also sometimes challenges are just like looking at ourselves, examining our actions, examining our feelings, because that can be a challenging thing, being real with yourself. Especially if, you know, there are things where maybe you don't feel so great about your behavior, or that you wish were different, or you don't feel great about somebody else's behavior and you just kind of want to like not have to like deal with it. This weekend, Taurus, there's a lot of energy for you to actually go through those emotions, so you can just deal with it over the weekend, and then, you know, let the feelings progress out of your mindset. Sweet. All right, so if you like this content, like, share, subscribe, comment, all the stuff really helps, because this is a new channel. It's a baby and it needs your help to go. All right, see you later, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. 23. Happy weekend, Gemini. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energies predictions. First, we're gonna look at, Gemini. And it's your season now. Happy birthday. You got the star for your love life to start things off. This is a nice, like, Gemini season, or if it's your birthday type card. What else? Got the Three of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Five of Cups. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So Gemini, so the star energy means that you're very blessed this weekend with your love life, and you have a lot of magic and power. And, you know, if I were you, I would use it to connect with people and ask for help, or like help understanding something or learning something or gaining something. Sorry, I'm trying to get that to focus for you. Because, okay, so you do have some Tower energy here. We'll pull a card to clarify that. But after the Tower energy, you have the Five of Cups, which is a really good thing because the Five of Cups means there's still something positive left there for us to use, for us to access, for us to get. We just have to be able to look at it and see it. Let's get some clarification on this Tower. And I'll say about this Two of Wands also with your love life. Like, you're very much, as this Tower is happening, or maybe even it has already happened, you are keeping an awareness and imagining, you know, you're keeping your awareness of what else is possible, what else can happen. All right, so to clarify the Tower for your love life, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so it's like something in your world, something, I feel this is a lot of pentacles, so it might have to do with your work life, or if you have a, if you're dating somebody having to do with work, but a lot of, there has to be some sort of change for you this weekend in terms of your beliefs, maybe even about this relationship. But this Ace of Pentacles bodes well for the Tower because this is telling us that it's time for something new, and the Tower is happening so that you can have this energy, this Queen of Cups energy. And the Queen of Cups is like, you know, your love life is like on lock, and you're not having to work really hard. You're not having to deal with people who are distrustful because you've already, you know, you've already dealt with them. And now they're not trying you because, you know, you're the Queen of Cups and you have so much energy and power to yourself. All right, let's find out about your money. We've got the Five of Swords, don't worry. We got the Eight of Wands. Another Queen of Cups. Gemini, I know it's your birthday and everything, but... and another Four of Pentacles. Sorry, I don't mean to get mad at you. I'm not mad at you, but like, this is a lot. Gemini, you're super psychic this weekend is what I'm gonna say right now. And I want you to use your psychic abilities for good, for helping people, which you usually do, but just be careful not to manipulate people because you've got it going on this weekend, Gemini. There's your Queen of Cups, and there's your Queen of Cups. Yeah, so with your love life, I'm sorry, with your money, there's things and there's all these wonderful possibilities opening up for you with that Eight of Wands. But this Five of Swords is telling us, maybe you do need to look at your finances again and make sure that every charge is yours, or that like double check your pay stub and make sure all the hours you worked are there, things like that. But I'm really getting the feeling that this is more about you being willing to put things down when financially, when it's not making sense, when it's not easy. Maybe you reevaluate where you're working or something. But when you're able to put things down and get some separation, then, these opportunities come in. But and it's gonna bring stability because we do have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is stability, but it's also holding on way too tight, so tight that it's harmful for you. Your money, both your money and your love reading both end it with the Queen of Cups. Maybe there's a water sign in your life, or you have some water in your chart. But I really would encourage you just to enjoy the beauty of the world. Enjoy what's around you. Enjoy the beauty of your friends, your pets, your loved ones. Whatever beauty is around you, find a way to tap into it. Because when you tap into it, you're tapping into magic. And then you can, from that magical place, you can then manifest into the outside world what you want and how you want it. This is beautiful. All right, let's pull an oracle card for the energies for your weekend. And Gemini, I post readings every day. Typically, I like to post videos, but I'm very busy right now. I have a lot of responsibility, so I am doing live streams. But I post every day, so if you're enjoying this content, like, comment, share, subscribe. Pregnancy, which actually kind of goes really well with the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Cups energy. First, I'll say if you are a person that is able to get pregnant, and this weekend it's super possible. But if that's not what you're aiming for, then just make sure you're like, wearing a lot of protection and, all that kind of stuff. But creation energy is what you got this weekend, Gemini. I love it. Queen of Cups, pregnancy, this doesn't mean you're having a baby. It means you're making something. You could be, but it really means like you're creating, you're bringing what you want into the world. Cute. Okay, Gemini, come back tomorrow because I post every day. And if you enjoy this, please do like, share, subscribe, comment, interact, all that stuff. It really helps the page because it's a growing page. It's new. Okay, we're gonna move on to Cancer. 31. Hi, Cancer. Happy weekend. I'm Clear Astrology Tarot. This is your weekend love and money energies predictions. First, we're gonna take a look at your love life, then we're gonna take a look at your money, and then we'll pull an oracle card for you. Let's get going with your love life. And I apologize, there's a lot of background sound today because I live in Brooklyn, New York, and they're always freaking doing construction and they're always building things here. And yeah, they're doing that right across the street from my house because I live in a concrete jungle. Well, here in this space, I have a real jungle, but I live in a concrete one out there. All right, back to you, Cancer. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. I'm not taking those. So far, we've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups. The Ace of Swords. The Hierophant. And the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm using the Friends Tarot this week so that was Chandler sleeping. Cute, huh? All right, so Cancer, your love life this weekend, there's something from the past or someone from the past that it's time to let go, babes. It's time to get moving. Because look, when you're able to cut away or like walk away from those feelings or the person or the situation or even beliefs, you grow. And you grow so much and you understand so much that you're finally able to rest within your love life. You're not having to like fight as much. You're not having to try and make things make sense. No, but before you get to that point, you do have to walk through the, not just the difficulties, but maybe there are some feelings left over from a previous something. And you have to process those and move through it, even if it hurts, move through it so that you do get to the new beginning for your love life. Isn't this so cute? It's Chandler again. I don't know why I keep pointing out Chandler. Or wait, yeah, that's Chandler. Yeah, so when you have done all that, you get the opportunity for this new life and this new world. But I think there's a lot right now, energy, Cancer, that you're looking at, and you're just kind of like, whoa, things have been hard. And I apologize if you can hear that in the background, that sound. There's a construction site across the street from my house, because I live in the concrete jungle known as Brooklyn. Anyway, you might be looking at a lot of stuff, and you might be in your feelings this weekend about previous romantic situations. So give yourself a new start. Give yourself the permission to let go, because that's what makes your love life expand. Let's just pull one more card for this Ace of Swords. I'm just curious to know what kind of energy is around it. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so this Five of Pentacles energy, And that's Joey. This Five of Pentacles energy is really telling you to let go, because once you change that situation where you feel like you're out in the cold emotionally, um, then you get like this warmth, you get this help, you get this community, all sorts of stuff. Um, you know, and this doesn't necessarily have to be that you're single and you're feeling like this. You could be in a relationship or not even looking for a relationship, and there are just feelings for you to process or move through. It was just the full moon last night, and the full moon is actually, the energies are around for 3 days, the night before, the night of, and the night after. So tonight with this full moon energy, there's a lot of luck for you to move those feelings out and to grow from them. Okay, so for your money, we've got the King of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and then the Five of Cups. Don't worry about these swords. We're going to talk about it right now. So this King of Cups energy, it's really possible, Cancer, that you maybe have been spending a little more than you, not that you should, but maybe a little bit more than you have right now, or maybe you need the money, or you could use the money you're using now for something, you know, big later. But there's a lot of, you know, you're wanting to spend, possibly. And I'm not a financial advisor, but what I would recommend is slowing that down, you know, and giving yourself some restrictions or limits, some budgeting. I know that's not fun, and I know that depending on where you are in the world, it's summer or it's just about summer, and I know that you want to like go out and play and all that kind of stuff. And I get it, because same, like I want to go get a tattoo, but I'm not going to go do that because it's not a good financial decision for me right now. There's a tattoo artist, y'all, that I've been waiting for in New York City. This person does the most incredible color on like dark skin, and I have this tattoo that's like 20 something years old. So I've been waiting for this person to open up his books 3 years, maybe sometime around after the pandemic started. Homeboy finally opens his books yesterday, and you know what I did? Did not book a session, because it's not a good financial decision for me in this moment. And when I have a cushion of money where I'm like, all right, you know what? I feel like comfortable enough so I can spend this money. Then I'm gonna go and get a $500, $600 session with them and get a bunch of color and all that kind of stuff. But I'm showing that restraint right now, even though I really, really want to get the tattoo from the guy I've been waiting for years. And that's what I'm asking you to do this weekend, Cancer. Follow my footsteps. And when you do that, remember there's still fun things for you to do without spending money. You know, there's still great things that you can do where you preserve that money. Because what if you need it later? And that's what I think about. Like, I really want this tattoo. I really want to work with this artist. But also, I need to make financial decisions that make me feel stable. And that is not one that would make me feel stable. So, I don't know. I'm going to be opening up my books for readings soon as my schedule opens up a bit in June. So if y'all want to do readings with me and finance my tattoos. But that's how I'm doing it, you know? And I'm just being aware of money. Just like I said, for your love reading, cycles is what you have. Fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. So your oracle message for this weekend is a lot having to do with that love life of letting things go, and with your finances, you know, letting things end. The Ten of Swords, it does look like a really scary card, and sometimes can be, but it can also indicate that there's an ending of a difficulty, and now you just have to get back up. And with your money, and this, you know, cycle, karma, fate card, I do think that these difficulties that you're processing, they're ending, and now it's a matter of you, Cancer. It's a matter of what you're gonna do with the energy that is around and available for you to shift the situation. And then I'll just say one more time, don't spend too much money. All right, we're gonna move on to Leo. timestamp. Let's see. Sorry about that. 39. Okay. Hey there, Cancer, or Leo. Happy weekend. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and we're going to be pulling cards to find out about the energies around your love life for this weekend, and then the energies around your money for the weekend, and then we'll pull an oracle card for you. And I'm going to say in advance that I live in Brooklyn, New York, which is the land of forever construction, and they are doing construction right across the street from my house. So I apologize for the noise that you're probably hearing now. All right, Leo, cool. You came up in your reading. We've got strength, and that is one of your cards. Also for your love life, we've got the 9 of Cups. Isn't Phoebe adorable there? We've got the Emperor. And if you're a fan of Friends, if you know who that is, drop it in the comments. I know who it is, what character it is, I mean. You got the 3 of Swords. Don't worry about the 3 of Swords. It might seem scary, but it's not. And Strength. So possibly there's an Aries or another Leo here because the Emperor is the Aries card. But right now, really, Leo, you're like looking around at what you have created, what you have worked for, what you have made sacrifices and been brave, and like you just like whatever emotional stuff that is associated with your perception of your love life or romance or even a relationship, you're like, I'm not having it, I'm not doing it. And so you've gone through like the difficulty, you have let go, you have processed, you have looked at everything that has happened, and you have taken the good, the things that you can use, the lessons from relationships, from whatever, and you've changed it, you've transformed it, and you've made it actually your strength. Yeah, I think yesterday in your love reading, we talked a bit about this, about, how you're viewing romance and how that is shifting or maybe needs to shift. And I think the energy this weekend is there for all of that to happen. Let's pull one more card for actually this Emperor. I'm not worried about those 3 of Swords for you because it really feels like, along with the Strength card, it just feels like you're handling it. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is also very much Aries or like Emperor energy. Your love life is coming together. You have both the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So this means that in the material world, all the things you have worked at, all of your emotions and like personal like development, like emotional development or whatever, emotional maturity, however you want to call it, is coming through, and it's starting to make sense, and it's starting to solidify, and it has helped you through this difficulty. And so for this weekend, like, y'all are sitting pretty. You're in a good place. Even if there's not like another romantic interest right now, that doesn't matter because you're just like, you're feeling yourself, and in a good way. Like, it's a good thing that you're feeling confident in yourself and your abilities and just who you are. You're feeling like attractive and, smart. And if you're not feeling that and you're a Leo or you have Leo in your chart, I think you should reevaluate because you should be feeling that. That's what the cards say. You have the 9 of Cups and Strength. The cards are saying, like, you're hot, you're good, go for it. In terms of your money, we've got the Magician, we've got the 10 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups again. Leo, how did you... And the 10 of Pentacles, one right after another. Are you very psychic? Are you a Leo? Does that make sense that you pull read cards also, maybe? All right, so here's your second 9 of Cups and your second 10 of Pentacles. This is good. It can be a really good weekend if you choose for it. But yeah, there's your other ones. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. All right, you have worked. You have been this magician, or at least attempted to be this magician in your finances, Leo. And yeah, it's been hard. Maybe you've had a lot of bills, or you've had to change the way you spend money or the way that you understand spending money, things like that. But yeah, you've worked and you're probably tired of budgeting and saving money and always like planning things and always budgeting everything. And I think that that is starting to shift this weekend. There's the weekend or the energy for that to shift, and for it to become that 10 of Wands energy to become this 9 of Cups energy, where again, when we're looking at the 9 of Cups in terms of money versus love, the 9 of Cups is like, is this energy of, you know, I have learned things, I have put my hard work, my love, my creativity, my, you know, everything into how you make money, developing how you make money, all of that kind of stuff. But it's this extreme sense of self and creativity that you're putting into your finances. And babes, it is working this weekend. Or at least the energy for that like portal for you to move through to get to your all these riches and like this good financial place that you are headed towards. But yeah, I'm going to acknowledge, Leo, that it's been hard. You know, you've had to carry a lot. Maybe you've had a lot of bills. And even with your heart, like that's not easy energy. But you did it. You went through it. And you came out the other side. So celebrate yourself this weekend. That's what these cards are saying. You know, if I were you, I know as a Leo, I'm not a Leo, but I know that Leos do, you know, really like to, you know, feel themselves. Not, well, maybe literally, but, you know, how you are, feeling good about yourself. And I think that that's appropriate this weekend. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So like we talked about with your love life, and like processing emotions and those difficulties and everything, it's possible that somebody is gonna try and come back around this weekend. But really, like, I think this has more to do with, okay, so sometimes the world will present us the same situation in different forms because we haven't yet learned the lesson fully from that situation. And it's possible that within your money or your love life, you might have something similar coming back around that reminds you of feelings or even a place, or you have to physically go back to a place. And if that is happening, just stay in your Emperor energy, you know, be confident, be yourself, but be strong. Don't let people push you around. Don't let people tell you that something happened in a way where you know it didn't happen. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. And, you know, if somebody tries to come back around that has left your life, I think forgiveness is a really powerful thing. And I think forgiveness is an important thing. But forgiveness can look a lot of different ways. And if a person has not changed their behavior, the harmful behavior, then you can forgive them from afar. You know, you can like let those emotions go and not re-engage with them. And so that you're still protecting your energy and you're no longer like obsessing or holding on to the difficulty. And, you know, but they can stay over there. That's definitely a thing. Okay, let's move on to Virgo. 48, 54. Hi Virgo, I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energy predictions. First, we're gonna talk about your love life, and then we're gonna talk about your money, and then we're gonna pull some cards or pull an oracle card for the general energies for your weekend. All right, Virgo, for your love life, we've got the Devil and the Four of Cups. I see where this is going. Don't freak out, Virgo. But you might already be in your feelings. The Eight of Pentacles. Pull one more. And Death. Don't worry. I know these are scary cards. They might sound scary. The Devil and Death. But don't actually worry. And And it's Ross as the devil, by the way. Isn't that adorable? This weekend, Virgo, it's very possible that you're looking back at all your mistakes or perceived mistakes from relationships, and you're not feeling great about it. You're feeling sad. You're feeling like maybe this weekend you want to just stay in and like hide from people, all that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't recommend it. And the reason I wouldn't recommend it is because you do have this death card. So death looks a little, scary and foreboding here in this deck, but the energy around a death card is really great because it's a natural cycle. How, leaves decay and then trees get the nutrients from the leaves and then create new leaves, and it's a whole cycle. That's what's happening here. So you might really, and it's possible, I don't know, we've been talking about this all week about your love life not being the easiest right now. And maybe you're just like freaking tired of it. Maybe you're just like, I'm over all this drama. Let me go away from it. Let me not deal with it. And if you need to take a break from people, totally do that and take care of yourself. But I will also recommend that, maybe something is ending. Maybe you do let it go. Maybe you do move on. But take the good, the lessons, you can hold on to good memories while letting go of a person or a relationship. But whatever, work you're doing, emotional work, maybe you're journaling, maybe you are like physically like exercising or doing something to move this energy out of your, aura, whatever that might be. I really recommend that you just go, harder at it. Invest emotionally in yourself and find distractions if you're obsessing. It's possible there could be a Capricorn or a Scorpio, and that's what the devil energy could be, the Capricorn. But I really think it has more to do with you like overthinking things, because Virgo, that is something that happens sometimes, that you overthink things. All right, we're gonna pull one more card for the devil. Get some clarification, then we'll move on to your money. Actually, we're gonna have two cards for the devil. The Five of Swords and the Chariot. Yeah. So it's what I was thinking. So there's that Five of Swords and the Chariot. The Chariot's awesome. I don't know. I grew up with Friends, so I watched it a lot, and yeah, I really love Phoebe. That was her like grandma's taxi or something, and it's just cute. Anyway, yeah, that is what I think is happening with your love life, or your romantic self this weekend, that you're really focusing on like maybe past betrayals or relationships that did not work out, that you walked away from or somebody walked away from you, and it may have even felt premature, like it was too early for all of that to happen. But Virgo, there's the energy for you to move out of these feelings, to process them, to think about them, rather than sitting there and, just wallowing, because there's a difference between just like wallowing or obsessing or, letting the negative emotions kind of like marinate in your mind and your spirit and your energy and your aura. There's a difference between that and actually just thinking and processing and feeling, and maybe you journal, or you let yourself be open to a new perspective about the situation. But when you're doing that this weekend about your love life and your romance, there's a lot of blessings for you. And even, this applies to people who are both in relationships or not in relationships, because you can very much sometimes need to change your perspective about something when you are in a relationship. Okay, let's look at your money now, Virgo. And then we'll pull an oracle card for the energies around your weekend. We've got the Knight of Cups, Judgment. You have the Four of Cups again, and the Three of Wands. Okay, Virgo, there might be something that you're not paying attention to, might be something you're missing. I will say, now that we've gotten the Four of Cups twice in your reading, it's possible that there is somebody, and we're going back to your love life for a second. It's possible that there is somebody that is being cheated on or betrayed in some way, and that you might be like closing your eyes to it, or just not wanting to think about the hurt and the difficulty and the betrayal. And I get that, and it makes sense. But again, I would recommend, if you're just not paying attention to things because it's too hard or it hurts too much, let yourself, you know, grieve, open your eyes to it. I know that it's not easy, and I know that grief hurts, but you can do it. Virgo, you're a very reliable, sturdy sign, you know, as your sign overall. You're very sturdy, and people can lean on you, and people can trust you and depend on you. So depend on yourself, even if your heart hurts. I don't know if you heard that, but there was just a horn outside when I said depend on yourself, so I think you should. Anyway, so back to your money. It's super possible that you're getting an offer of some sort of money, or you're like getting a job offer, or there's something opening up where you're gonna be able to make more money. But you are gonna have to like put your best foot forward. That's the Judgment card. I have to cover the bodies because the algorithm will flag it. But yeah, there's like, you're gonna have to keep coming at things, and you're gonna have to step in, engage, try, work, you know. It is there. The thing you want financially, it is within your grasp, but you are gonna have to keep working at it, keep imagining. It's a Three of Wands. So, you know, it could almost be happening right now, or something that you do this weekend, some way that you interact with someone, or even just yourself, you know, the way that you're like managing your own personal energy could very much influence this situation. So with your money, you can have it, you can get it. It is there this weekend. The energy is there to start this process, but you do have to step back in and re-engage. And you know, like I said before, I'm sorry if your heart is hurting, because that can, you know, grief can make it really hard to step back into something. But you'll be okay, Virgo. You got this. All right, let's pull an oracle card for the general energies around your weekend. Patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. So prepare. That's what this is saying. Prepare your heart, prepare your spirit, prepare your wallet. If you have an interview or something like that next week, like spend time preparing this weekend. You know, do like practice interview questions, something like that. But the cards are saying that it's coming in, but you're gonna have to be a little patient, and you're gonna have to do some, you know, extra work. Cool. All right, friends, so if you watch my live streams regularly, you know that in the middle of mid-signs, we do some shuffling, and I'm just gonna do some shuffling. If you wanna hang around, you are welcome to. It'll just take a few moments. You wanna watch me shuffle. I might make it like an ASMR video of this, because it's kind of fun. All right. Ooh. Okay, and I'm gonna have some tea. I like to drink ginger tea with agave and black tea early in the day. It's lovely. I recommend it. Okay, so let's go to Libra. I'm gonna take its timestamp. happy weekend, Libra. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energies forecast. So we're going to look at the energies around your love life this weekend, and then your money, and then we will pull an oracle card for your general energies. So starting off the reading, we had the Two of Wands pop out of the deck with Rachel from Friends. We've got the Four of Wands. Libra, it looks like you're really seeking some stability this weekend, and you're really trying to, with your love life, like imagine or like ideate, you know, create, manifest what that stability might look like for you. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. And the Moon. Bottom of the deck is Queen of Pentacles. Oops. Okay, Libra, A, there could be a Cancer involved. B, it's possible that with the full moon that was last night, it was a full moon in Sagittarius, and the energy around the full moon is the night before the full moon, the night of, and the night after. So there's still full moon energy tonight. And I think that under the full moon energy, Libra, there's a lot that can happen for you. And that, like, you're really craving a lot of stability right now. You could also be craving travel, but like emotional stability. Maybe you want to move somewhere. Maybe you want to, I don't know, change a situation with a current partner or interest. And if you attempt to do that this weekend, if you make moves towards shifting this situation, just about anything could happen. So I want you to be really careful about paying attention to maybe the things that are not totally illuminated all the time. That's Monica as the moon, by the way. I want you to pay a lot of attention to that. I want you to pay attention to things that are like kind of in construction or under construction, like emotionally. People that are still doing a lot of emotional work to be their best version of themselves. Be aware of that. If there's like a place that you're going to and there's like construction happening, I want you to like stay away from the construction. Let's say you're walking outside and there's scaffolding and the scaffolding looks a little, you know, janky. Walk on the other side of the street, something like that. But with all this, like, I know this is your love reading, but with all this, Wheel of Fortune and moon and the fact that it is a full moon, I would just caution you to be careful, caution you to be mindful. I'm not saying that somebody's going to get hurt or that something bad is going to happen, but that's what tarot readings are for, to give us warnings of potentials. Just like a weather report, how the weather report gives us a warning of what could possibly happen with or, you know, likely with what it looks like is going to happen, but we know that, you know, there can be like a burst of hot air from wherever, and that, you know, changes the weather forecast or something. So I want you to be mindful about that, about where you are and things. All right, so for your money, we've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, cute. Let's keep pulling. And the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands. There could be somebody that's helping you with your money this weekend, Libra. It could be a financial advisor, somebody you work with, and they're just like offering you some assistance. But there is something or someone that is going to be able to give you information that will help you to make sense of something. And yeah, okay, so there's still this sense of needing to work and needing to develop like your craft or your understanding or how you do something. Possibly you're like starting a business and you're just really having to put your work into it right now, but you're asserting yourself in this material world with money and it's working out. You're building connections, and maybe even like if you do like networking, like you can go to a party or somehow like make connections with people who can help you move forward with your career. that would be helpful, I think. We also got this Ace of Wands energy. And the Ace of Wands is so great because it gives us what we need to move forward, to take off, it's like our fuel, our power. You do have a lot of that already with this Queen of Swords, because she is a smart lady. And her energy, like when she goes for something, when she applies her intelligence and all of her skills, like it gets done. So that's what can happen for you this weekend with your money. It can get done, or you can open the door for it to get done. Yeah, I think that's all for your money. Let's pull a card for the general energies for your weekend. Date nights. Like I said, didn't I say like going out in the world, but also being careful, being thoughtful, but get ready to be wined and dined. I mean, you could be wining and dining yourself. That's possible. Like, I totally take myself out on dates regularly because I need that for myself. You know, I need to make myself feel romanticized and you know, wanted. And you can want yourself. And so maybe you take yourself on a date. If you go on a date with another person, like I said, there's this moon energy, and the moon energy can be tricky. Things can happen that we just weren't predicting or we weren't expecting. And especially Libra, because you have this Wheel of Fortune. You know, I would even say if you're going on a date, because this Ace of Wands does indicate sex. I can't say the actual word because I don't want the video to get flagged. But there's a big possibility for that. I mean, look at it. You know, however you do that with your body, there's that possibility. So just if this were my reading, like I would make sure to wear protection, because you don't know. Somebody could say that they're healthy in a way, but they actually have some stuff they need to take care of medically. So I would just be thoughtful about how you're connecting with people. Not saying don't connect with people. I'm just saying, you know, be mindful about it because you want to take care of your health and that of others. Cute. Okay, Libra, let's move on to Scorpio. Happy weekend, Scorpio. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energies forecast. First, we're going to pull cards for your love life, and then we're going to pull cards for your money, and then we'll pull an oracle card to find out the general energies around your weekend. Ooh, Scorpio, this energy is kind of like feeling a little tense. Are you feeling tense this weekend, Scorpio? Is there a reason? All right, I'm gonna shuffle this one more time because like your energy does not want to tell me what's happening. Let's try again. There we go. For your love life, Scorpio, we've got the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands. Interesting. Lots of pages popping out. Are you feeling a lot of like high energy, maybe, Scorpio? Like intense energies that you perhaps don't understand? The World. And we'll get one more. The Knight of Wands. Okay. So there are these cycles happening, Scorpio, that you're trying to understand, and you're working at understanding it, and you don't yet. You don't understand. Maybe this could be a breakup, it could be an ending, but it could also be the way, like if you're single and certain types of people keep coming into your life that you don't want. It could be you like acting a certain way over and over again in a relationship, and or relationships, and you're like, why do I keep doing this? But with your love life this weekend, there's a lot of blessings around you letting like this cycle or whatever the universe presents to you, you know, kind of going with the flow, letting it happen. And then when the dust settles, and I'm not saying like the whole weekend, just let things happen to you. I'm saying if there's a situation that happens right now and it feels big, just, you don't have to go into it and like take charge of it and be the one that changes it. You can be the one who, you know, let other people do the work. And then when the situation settles, then you step back and say, all right, how am I going to deal with this? What am I going to do with it? Because you got that Knight of Wands energy. And the Knight of Wands can kind of be like, I feel like it's like pubescent energy of, you know, just wanting to go really hard right now. You have all the energy, you have all the stuff. Let's make it happen. And that's not always the best. It can be great, but it can actually be kind of harmful for your love life. So you also have this Page of Wands, and the Page energy, it has a lot to do with us stepping into a situation but not having all the knowledge yet, and so therefore we're learning, and we might be making mistakes, and we might have to deal with the consequences of those mistakes. Let's pull a little, maybe another card for your love life. Scorpio, also, like the moon is our social media card, or like the internet, you know, like the World Wide Web. And maybe you're meeting someone from the internet, or like a dating app. And if that is happening, like, cool, good, but just ask a lot of questions, just get to know the person, meet them in a public place first. And that's what I would do. And, you know, get to know them a little bit before you spend, you know, time alone. You could spend time alone with them and have some intimate time, which would be cool, but just make sure that you're being safe. Because people can present themselves in a certain way on the internet, and I want you to remember that social media, for the most part, including like dating apps, they're a highlight reel. So people are putting their best foot forward. They're showing you their best moments that are curated, that are designed, that are edited. So just give people a little bit of time to find out who they really are before you give them all your trust. You got this Eight of Pentacles that is clarifying this world. So this means that this is why I'm saying you need to just put in this extra work to know the person, to understand their motivations. And it could be that there's this possibility that if you meet someone random from the internet, they might want something from you, such as money, emotional labor, time, attention. So Scorpio, just be thoughtful about that. Get to know people before you open up your heart or go home with them. Keep yourself safe. It is, you know, we do have this full moon energy still. Scorpio, you are affected greatly by the full moon with all the water in your sign, and because your sign is very, very, has a very strong intuition and connection to the spirit world. Even if you don't feel it, like that's just inherent for a Scorpio. So there's just energies around that could interfere with your well-being. All right, let's look at your money. We've got the Hermit. This is good. The Hermit isn't always staying inside by yourself. The Hermit is actually a lot about what you know and how you know it. The Page of Swords. You have a Page of Swords in your love reading too. The Wheel of Fortune, which is right underneath the World. Similar energies. The Four of Swords, that's good. And the Nine of Wands. We'll leave it there. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, your money is moving towards stability. Definitely moving towards that place where you're not going to have to worry quite as much or think quite as much. But this weekend, it is important that maybe you spend a lot of time by yourself, but I think this is more about learning about your finances, um, about the things you're not looking at, learning about the different ways that you can make money, your different abilities that you have. You have a lot of abilities, Scorpio, so maybe looking at them and utilizing like what you can do to make money with it. But there's a lot of like energy for, anything can happen for you this weekend, which is a good thing. I'm still talking about this full moon because there's a lot of energy around it and there's a lot happening there. I want you to protect your money, protect your wallet. If you're in a public place this weekend, just make sure that like your wallet or other like your cell phone or whatever, that it's like in your pocket, or if you have a purse or a bag, that it's like zippered closed, or you're like keeping an eye on it. The Four of Swords is resting, but it's resting while being protected. And so if you are if you have the opportunity to relax with your finances, you've made a budget, but you have some fun money, just make sure you're keeping it safe, that you're keeping it for yourself, because the full moon energies can make people just act in ways they normally would not. And yeah, you just want to protect your money, just as a general idea. And you've also got the Nine of Wands, which is pretty great in terms of a finance reading, because this means that you've done the stuff. You're like, oh, look at all the hard work I've done. Look at, I can rest a little bit now. You're just about over the hump, just about over the difficulty. If you have had financial difficulties, there is something that you're doing, and maybe maybe you're seeing the fruits of that labor to like fix the financial situation, but really like the energy this weekend can bring you there if you choose that. Sweet. Let's pull an oracle card for the general energies of for your weekend. And Scorpio, if you are new here, I post readings pretty much every day. Oh, thank you for liking, whoever liked this. I appreciate that. I post readings pretty much every day. On the weekends, on Saturdays, we talk about what the spirit world has, like messages from like the other side. So that could be like your helping spirits. It could be people that you love that have passed on, pets, even plants that you feel really connected to, because my belief is that plants have spirits, and then on Sunday, we talk about what your pet wants you to know, or an animal that you feel close to. Okay, your oracle card for the weekend is water sign. So perhaps there's a water sign that is going to be important this weekend. But really, I think this is saying that, see how there's like an outstretched hand. I think this is saying that when you are grounded in the watery aspects of Scorpio. So Scorpio as a sign has, sometimes people are afraid of Scorpios because they can just be, I've got some strong Scorpio placements in my sign, on my chart. Sometimes people can be afraid of Scorpio because they can be very intense and maybe seem a little like harsh in moments. But that's not just what Scorpio is. Every sign can be that way. But what Scorpio really is having this connection. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, Scorpio is very connected to the spirit world. And I think that signs that you're getting in the world, it could be like you see a butterfly and that means something to you, or you're walking down the street and there's like a penny or a flower or something in your path. All of these things that make Scorpio, the ability to protect yourself, but also to be aware of the world around you. Because sometimes when we protect ourselves, we just like put these barriers and we don't know what's happening, but that's not what Scorpio does. Scorpio has this like kind of emotional moat, sort of, like water surrounding you and protecting you, but also has a perspective of what is happening. And that's what the universe is asking for you to do this weekend. Be yourself and be the very best parts of Scorpio that you can be. Cute. Okay. We are going to move on to Sagittarius. Happy weekend, Sag. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energies predictions. We're first going to look at your love life, cards around your love life, and then we're going to look at cards around your money, and we'll pull an oracle card for the general energies for your weekend. Sagittarius. The very first card that fell out for your weekend, for your love life, is the Lovers. Cute. Let's keep going. The Ace of Pentacles. It's like a fun surprise, you know? I love it when readings start like this because it's really... The Two of Cups. Scorpio. Ooh, we'll take these two. Okay, for your love life, we've got the Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. And then we have the Devil, Temperance, and the Hierophant. Sagittarius. Did I say Scorpio before I meant Sagittarius? This is your card, one of your cards. So it's whenever a sign's card comes into a reading, that tells me that like the spiritual energy for that general sign is very much here in the reading. There also could be a Capricorn here involved, or like some sort of like religious leader or spiritual leader. And when I say that, I don't mean just like a priest or something. It could be like a meditation teacher or a yoga teacher, somebody that has a lot of spiritual knowledge, a tarot card reader, lots of ways that can happen. So Sagittarius, there's so much energy for this new beginning that you want. And there's so much like possibility for you to even like, hook up with somebody if that's what you're looking for this weekend. Isn't that so cute, Ross and Rachel? And then Joey and Phoebe. But yeah, there's this energy to connect with someone, very much so. But then there is also this energy, Sagittarius, for you to get obsessive about it, or for even the person that you're interacting with to maybe just not be so like honest about who they are. I'm gonna really encourage you this weekend, Sagittarius, as you are like celebrating and having fun with these like big, great, cards, Lovers, Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Find some balance and maybe like slow it down a bit if things are moving really fast. If things are moving really fast, because there's something to learn here. There's something that you need in order to make this work out, this love relationship or possibility work out in the best possible way. There's some learning that has to be done, some shifting, some changing, maybe on your part, maybe on the other person's part, maybe both of you, maybe the structure of the relationship. But just slow down a little bit, because you could get overwhelmed, and you don't want to. Like, this is the possibility of being overwhelmed. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, you might have to, that could mean that you fall back into your old patterns. And I say that because the Hierophant is about what we know deep inside of us. It's about what we know is true from the things that we have learned throughout our lives that make us feel connected with spirit. And there's this possibility for you to get like a little lost, feel a little lost, for things just not to be how you want them to be, because you get so excited about all this. So slow down a bit. Excuse me. Scorpio, do have fun and do like engage with people in these exciting ways. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but here in Brooklyn, New York, it is the summer almost, and it's warm, and that, can make folks feel very romantic, which is great. But I also want you just to Slow your roll. If this person or persons, if they're meant for you, if you're meant to be together, then it's gonna happen one way or the other. Um, and if you obsess about it right now, or you just push too hard, that can shift the energy around it and make it take longer. For your money, Sagittarius, we have Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Wands, the Knight of Wands. You have the Lovers again. And the Hierophant again. Whoa. Sag. You feeling really psychic this weekend? Okay, so here are your two Hierophants, both of which come at the end of the reading. This is very grounding energy, even as I'm reading this, because I was feeling really excited and energetic about all this great stuff around your love life. And then as I'm getting both of these, I'm like feeling very grounded, because there's this sense of like spirituality, spiritual sacredness within, because you got this Lovers again. Sorry, I have to cover the bodies or the video gets flagged. Yeah, so you've got both of these like Lovers cards and Lovers energy, and there's this sense of like sacredness to it and like divine love. And even as I said that, I got like chills. But this is about your money. So with your money, there is a lot coming in, and the thing is though, there might be some barriers before you're able to access the money or the way to make money. So that could be, maybe you're in the process of getting a job and there's like more interviews, or I just got this vision of somebody needing to take like a drug test or something. And I don't know, I live in New York City, and so like THC weed is like perfectly legal here, but maybe where you are it's not, and so there's this possibility that that could like come up as an issue. So you are gonna have to, do some stuff to protect your money or your possibilities at making money. But I think it's gonna work out, because there's the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and then on the other side it's the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is that energy that, like, the Pentacles hands you the money, and it's like, here you go, you've gone through a thing, here's the money. But the Knight of Wands is how you keep it, is how you protect it, is, all that kind of stuff. And this Six of Wands tells me something about the internet, because the Six of Wands is one of our social media cards, because at the Six of Wands, you're like showing off to the world, and you're showing your best foot forward, because remember, that's what social media is. Social media is a highlight reel of the best thing, for the most part, the best things that happen in our lives, and how we, put our best foot forward, how we curate the way we want the folks following our social media to see us, whether it be personal social media or like some, a influencer or something. But you are gonna have to, before this financial situation solidifies and it's like you're not needing to worry about it, you are going to have to show off and show out. So that, could mean putting in a little bit of extra work at work, taking on more responsibility, or it could just mean like taking in your financial world, how, you're budgeting or you're making different decisions about money. But there is that aspect of you needing to continue to work at things. And also, like, maybe there's like a social media like finance influencer that you can like follow, that gives you tips, that helps you. If you're into podcasts, maybe you find a finance podcast. My favorite, there's someone called The Financial Feminist. I like that a lot. And I also like NPR has a finance one. I can't remember what it's called, but NPR has like a finance podcast that I find very helpful. So, let those things, let the internet help you conserve money, make money, that kind of thing. And let other people, just your connections with other people, and your heart and the things that make you happy, If you're a spiritual person, whether you like go to church or synagogue or a mosque, or you know, you do energy work, you do spells, whatever spirituality looks like for you this weekend, I would definitely recommend getting yourself grounded in that. Could just mean you're going to a meditation class, you know? Could mean that you're going to the park and sitting next to a tree and feeling calm. All that stuff can be religious, well, I shouldn't say religious, but like spiritual worship, sort of. And I recommend that for you because somehow it's going to help your money. Maybe it's just the intention you put out in the world, or maybe there's a person that you meet that can help you with your money. Cute. All right. Yeah, it's could be a really good weekend. The Lovers, the Two of Cups, two Hierophants, two Lovers, actually. Cute. All right, let's find out about the general energies for your weekend. I've got two cards, so we'll take them both. No is the first. These are like opposites, but I think you'll get it, Sag. No is the first one, so it's not the right time. So like I said, with your money, there's still something that needs to happen. You are being handed, you are being gifted opportunities, but still keep working at something. And try not to obsess right now. It's not the right time to obsess or get like over invested in a romantic partnership. Especially like Two of Cups is great energy. It means we're connected and things like that. But it is also only the energy of two. And in tarot, there's more like weight, complexity. I wouldn't say meaning, but just a different meanings of the numbers. So like an ace, two, all of those things don't have as much like oomph behind them as like a 10. So just keep that in mind. And manifest. Tell the freaking universe exactly what you want, Sagittarius. Don't be shy about things. Don't say, I want to have a lot of money. Say, I want this job. I want to be making this money and I want to be making it in this amount of time. And I want to work for this company or, you know, all that stuff. Set that intention because we are still in some full moon energy and it is a full moon in Sagittarius. So this means that there's a lot of your personal power to manifest things. So tell the universe what you want. You know, one way I do manifestation is if you're into candles, if you light a candle for any reason, for like spiritual work, what I do is underneath, I use candles that are in a glass holder. So we want to be safe and a fire safe burner or whatever. But I will write on, it's called a petition paper. And you can make a petition paper out of just about anything. But on, you know, on just like a little piece of paper, I'll actually show you what I use for petition papers. Literally just like a plastic or a paper bag. And this is the paper bag that the candle that I burned came in. This is how they wrapped it. And so I just use it because I think, because the store that I bought it from has, the person that makes these candles is a very grounded, beautiful, powerful, spiritual person. So I love her candles. And so I just kept the bag because it's got the energy still. And when I write my petitions, I just cut a little piece out and I write specifically what I want. If I am specifically working with the spirit, I'm gonna say, dear so-and-so, may I please have XYZ? Lay it out exactly as what you want. Put your name on it. Or if you're like, I want this person to stay away from me, put, I want XY, you know, whomever to stay away from me. Things like that. And then you fold it up. And when you fold it, you're gonna fold it towards you. So you like make a fold and towards you. Turn it, make another fold towards you because you're bringing the energy towards you. When you want to get rid of something, when you're folding it, you fold it away from you. And then put that under your candle and let the energies like, you know, simmer, marinate, and then whatever your tradition is in terms of like, if you use candles for spiritual work and for manifestation. So some traditions say you let the candle burn out. Some traditions have different things. So whatever is right for you and safe, because we don't want to burn things down, do that, but manifest this weekend, Sag. The energy is there for you. It's cute. All right, we're gonna move on to Capricorn. I'm gonna have a little sip of tea. Cute little timestamp. 94. Hi Capricorn, I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energies predictions. So first we're gonna pull cards for your love life, and then we're gonna pull some cards for your money, and then Cap will pull an oracle card for the general energies of the weekend for you. So for your love life, we've got the Four of Cups, which is Phoebe looking sad. If you're into Friends, I grew up with it. The Nine of Pentacles. And let's see. I love how a lot of these pentacles in this deck have Joey like being successful as an actor. It's cute. The Three of Wands. Let's get one more. The Magician. Okay, Capricorn. This is good. So, in your love life, there are things that are wearing you out. There are things that are making you tired. There are things that maybe you want, and perhaps you even have a little bit of it, but you can't see it for whatever reason. Here's the great thing though. When you let yourself imagine the changes that can happen, not just like, oh, I want this and I don't have it right now, but it is also letting yourself, you know, see what is possible and what is there. And you got this for your love life, Capricorn. You've got this energy around being able, the Nine of Pentacles, being able to relax a little bit maybe, or just like let the energies of the situation mature. Let them become real. Let them become what you want. And then the other great thing is you've got Phoebe as the Magician. So there is this energy for you to take control of the situation, to, you know, make it what you want. I don't want you, Capricorn, to get manipulative, because sometimes the Magician indicates manipulation. I mean, it's possible that somebody is being manipulated. We can be manipulated in a lot of ways, so maybe you're not paying attention to a situation. And if that is the case, then I do encourage you, if you feel like there's some manipulation going on, keep yourself safe and maybe make a plan to make a change. And the thing about the Nine of Pentacles is that it indicates kind of like solitariness, solitude, because you're aware you have built all of these things, you have attained all of these things, you have earned them, but you're not exactly ready to enjoy them, and you don't have the people there with you yet. You haven't built the other stuff around you to fully enjoy all of your material goods. Yeah, so with your love life, there's this possibility that you realize this weekend that it's time for you to be solitude. There is also a possibility that, you know, you move from this energy of being like disappointed maybe, or not interested, into being like, yeah, baby, let me get back into the game. Let me get back into something. Cute. Okay. Let's look at your money. Wait. These are the cards that I already pulled. These are the new cards. My method of reading tarot is that I will, I don't immediately mix all the cards back in, and so I confuse the decks. Anyway, Capricorn, for your money, we've got the Six of Swords. shuffle a bit because this is just a little stiff energetically. We've got the Emperor, Justice, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Cute. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. There you go. I have to cover the bodies because otherwise the videos get flagged. Anyway, yeah, so with your finances, there's some difficulty, Cap, that is finally changing. You're finally moving. The situation is evolving, and it has a whole lot to do with the work that you have been doing, the what you have been accepting. Because so you have right next to each other the Emperor and Justice, and these are pairs. They're like cards that go together, because the Emperor is Aries and Justice is Libra, and these are like sibling signs, so they are opposites of each other on the zodiac. So what is happening with your finances is that you have worked really hard. You have accepted the opposites, the polar opposites, or the things that that are happening in ways that just don't make sense, that you think the situation's supposed to be one way, but it's actually happening another way, and you're just like, oh, what's going on? You have accepted that, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna go with the flow, and whatever comes, your perspective has been that you're gonna make stability out of it, and you have, and it's freaking paying off, because you got the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is literally being given money. So what's happening here for you is that there could be an Aries or a Libra, or you have Aries or Libra in your chart. B, you're creating stability by doing the things, by being fair, by being yourself, by being strong, being confident, all that kind of stuff. Being confident through the adversity that you might have to deal with. And this weekend, it finally starts to balance out. You know, the Six of Pentacles is about some balance, along with Justice being balance. So your money starts to make more sense. And maybe you even get given money, like you earn money somewhere, or you get money that was owed to you, or, you know, something that is valuable gets gifted to you. Cute. All right, Cap, let's pull an oracle card for the general energies for your weekend. And Capricorn, come back tomorrow, because I post readings just about every day. And on the weekends, on Saturdays, we talk about the helping spirits, or spirits on the other side, and their messages for you. Could be loved ones, could be ancestors, could be pets, could be even plants that have died, because I believe that plants have a lot of spirit. So come back tomorrow. We will be looking at that. And for your oracle card is honeymoon phase, or attending somebody's wedding. So maybe you're attending somebody's wedding, or you're trying to get engaged. But really, I think this is a lot about you manifesting this like beauty within your love life, and you manifesting like the things that you want, the happiness, the type of relationship. But there's just so much for you this weekend, so much energy for you to create, to manifest happiness and the things you want. Cute. Okay, Capricorn, if you are enjoying this content, please do like, comment, share, subscribe. All the stuff really helps the channel to grow, because this is a new channel and it needs your help to stay alive. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. Let me get a timestamp. Hey there, Aquarius. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energies predictions. First, we're going to look at what the energies for your love life look like this weekend. Then we'll look at the energies around your money this weekend. Then we're going to look at a card for, or we'll pull an oracle card for the general energies of the weekend. So far for your love life, Aquarius, we've got strength. Perhaps there is a Leo or a fire sign here. The Ace of Swords. Let's keep pulling. The Fool and the Ace of Cups. Cute. There is this sense of newness and opportunity coming in, but it doesn't actually feel that great for you initially. Initially, you might feel like it's kind of like hard or sharp. It's very possible that it hurts because of previous things. You know, like if you embrace this newness, if you embrace this Ace of Swords energy, there's a possibility that you're feeling like, oh, well then whatever you're feeling before, whatever relationship or learning thing or whatever, it might make you feel like it doesn't matter. But it does. Just because you move on from one situation to another doesn't mean you didn't care about the previous situation. It just means you're in a different place. It means that perhaps your feelings have shifted, but it doesn't take away the value of the previous thing. And so once you're able to move through that emotion this weekend, Aquarius, you've got the Fool. And the Fool is all about like blessed new beginnings. It's about opportunity. It's about, you know, going out into the world and, you know, I don't want to say take over the world because nobody should take over anything. But the Fool is about you know, taking over your own romantic world. With this Ace of Cups here, there's so much possibility for you. So many opportunities for your heart to expand, for you to date someone, to meet someone, or even just to get back in the game of dating. And but it might just come with some sharp emotions or things that remind you of something. Maybe you're getting back into dating after a relationship, and there's just things that, you know, might even scare you away because you're like, oh, it was hard last time. But don't let it, because it's a new day. It's a new world. And this can be a new experience, a different type of experience. That leads you to this Ten of Cups. There's Ten of Cups energy for you today, or this weekend, I should say, around your love life. And that's really making everything you want happen. That's getting everything you want. But Aquarius, like, you do have to just be strong and accept whatever changes are. And if it hurts, you know, remember that you've got wonderful things coming in. You've got wonderful love, blessed energy coming in. Okay, let's pull some cards for your money, and then we'll pull an oracle card. Ooh, for your money, we've got Death. Don't worry. The King of Swords. The Seven of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to take these last two. The Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Not the Knight of Pentacles, it was the King of Pentacles. You got a lot of kings. You got a lot of royalty here, Capricorn. Or Aquarius, I mean. Okay, so from situations from the past, there are things like lessons or even skills or connections or people who you've had to let go. We just talked about letting go, but there are skills though you can apply to your financial world. You are gonna have to be sharp-witted, quick-witted, thoughtful. You're gonna have to maybe even make some hard financial decisions, because there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunity, lots of things that can happen. Except that with all of these things that can happen, it's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. but a little bit less like lucky is this card. Not bad, but there's so many things that could happen. Some of them might not be helpful. Some of them might not be generative towards what you want, but some of them could be everything you want. And it's a matter of having the discernment and knowing what opportunity you should take. So when you're making decisions about your money today, this weekend, make the difficult decisions that are not the easy ones, because you have both the King and Queen of Pentacles, Aquarius. This is where you're headed this weekend, towards like money and stability and maybe even like joining forces with someone. It could be perhaps you're getting married, perhaps you're, getting closer in a relationship where you're like blending your finances. But I think it's really possible that you're just building your empire, like your bag. And maybe empire isn't the best word, but building your like your financial future. And there's a lot being handed to you. You just have to accept it, Aquarius. So this weekend, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but if this were my spread this weekend, I would just really be thoughtful and think about the ways you can make money and choose the best one. Okay, let's pull an oracle card for the energies around your money this weekend. Health. Okay, so this card says health issues could arise. I'm not like a doctor or anything like that. So if you feel like you need to go to the doctor, then go. But what this is really saying to me is that pay attention to your financial health, to your romantic health, to your physical health, your spiritual health, but just make sure that everything's making sense. Make sure the math in your life is mathing. So what that means, like, just the things that are supposed to be happening that you anticipate should be happening in a specific way, just double check that they are. And it's not a bad, it's especially with this full moon energy that we're moving through right now. Last night was the full moon in Sagittarius, but the full moon energy lasts 3 days. So that full moon energy will still be here tonight as well. And, sometimes during the full moon, people just act ways that they would not normally. So I would just double check things, make sure situations are healthy in all the ways that they should be healthy. Okay, Aquarius, if you're enjoying this content, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff really helps the channel. And come back tomorrow, because on the weekends we talk about messages from the other side and messages from your pet. All right, let's move on to Pisces. Gotta get a timestamp. Happy weekend, Pisces. I'm Queer Astrology Tarot, and this is your weekend love and money energies predictions. First, we're going to take a look at your love life, and then we'll look at your money, and then we'll pull an oracle card for your general energies this weekend. I'm actually going to give this a better shuffle because the energy feels like not weird, just like it needs some movement. So we'll do that. One more. Okay. All right, Pisces love life for the weekend. 7 of Wands, the Tower, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Sun at the bottom of the deck. And it's Phoebe being adorable, if you're into friends. This weekend with your love life, you're really feeling like you have to defend yourself. You have to protect yourself. And if you are in any physical danger, get help and get out immediately. But otherwise, you might be feeling like you have to defend your heart. You have to have boundaries around it. You're just like on guard this weekend. And honestly, that's not necessarily a bad thing in this moment, because you do have this Tower energy. We're going to clarify the Tower in a second. Well, actually, let's just clarify the Tower now. Because you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles as well. The Tower comes with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. You're really feeling like this Tower energy, and Tower energy isn't just like things happening outwardly in the world. It could also be emotional things. It could be realizations that you have. It could be, you know, information that you get that you were not expecting. But it might feel kind of hard, you know? You might be feeling like hurt. You might be feeling the difficulties. You might be looking at the difficulties. All that kind of stuff. Excuse me. But here's the thing. The Tower brings in the finalization, the ending of a situation that you have been waiting for to end. And because this is about your love life, this could very much be like, maybe there is a fight or an argument that you've been in with your partner, with yourself, with your partners, whatever. And the energy, there's a lot of energy this weekend for that to change without you expecting it. So maybe you get an apology or you give an apology, but the situation evolves and the situation changes to, you know, a more stable place, a place where things can grow out of it. And you got this Page of Pentacles energy, and the Page of Pentacles is all about, you know, learning and adjusting. And the page cards have a lot of energy around growth and shift, maturation. And that doesn't necessarily mean somebody's acting like a child. It could just mean the energy of the situation needs to grow, needs to build. So we'll pull one more about this Tower with this Nine of Wands and Nine of Swords. You got another 9. So Pisces, if you're seeing 9s this weekend, that's probably a sacred number for you, and there's probably some sort of something that means that will help you. So if this were my reading and I saw all of these 9s, I would think a lot. If I see triple 9s, feel like it's a divine number. But yeah, with this Tower, it's 9 of Cups energy that's coming in, and that means perhaps a relationship ends, but also it's very possible that something shifts so that you become more independent, emotionally independent, maybe even financially independent, but your independence comes out of this Tower energy. Cool. Let's pull some cards for your money. I'm gonna give this one another shuffle, because Pisces, your energy, the energy around your cards at least today is like just a little stiff. Are you feeling stuck emotionally? Is that why? Pisces, money. Got the Tower, the Knight of Swords, Temperance, another Page of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Okay, so Pisces, you do have these double towers today for the weekend, for your love and money. And I'm thinking that, hang on, there's your other tower. I'm thinking, we'll pull more clarification for this, but I'm thinking that it is coming in a way where this Tower balances out something. So maybe there's like something that has to happen around your world so that your money gets better, so that your money gets easier, so that your money starts to grow with the Page of Pentacles. And I will note that you got 2 Page of Pentacles at the end of each reading, which is interesting. Let's get some clarification for this Tower. got Strength, the Fool, and the Seven of Pentacles. The Tower energy will bring in, you know, obviously towers always bring in new energy, new beginnings and stuff like that, which is great. But it ushers in this phase of your life where you have an opportunity to refine what you're doing to make money, to get really good at how you make money, and to get some work-life balance. Not only is it important this weekend that you get better, or at least you learn more about what you're doing to make money, but also you have balance so that you are, you know, going out, having some fun, you know, just like letting loose a little bit, but also really settling into how you are going to grow your bag. Sure, maybe something happened that is unexpected that, you know, you weren't planning on, but, you know, Pisces, that's why when you do have money, and it's possible if you put a little bit aside every so often, like it can be helpful in these situations. I'm not saying that everybody has the capacity to do that, but if you do, you know, just put a little aside. And if right now things are feeling really hard and really difficult, I want you to focus on your personal strength. Focus on your ability to be happy on your own and create the things that you want on your own. Let's get one more card for the Tower. You got the Star. And right as I like pulled this card, it was exactly the time was 122. So cool. Anyway, this Tower brings in a very special time for you. So even if it feels, ooh, I should have to cover that. I have to cover the bodies, otherwise the video gets flagged. But yeah, this Tower energy for you this weekend, Pisces, is actually going to lead you to a place where you are both blessed. There are blessings, and you know, you have spiritual protection. This Nine of Swords with this other that came with this other Tower, a lot of times it feels like, and it is, you know, just very much being in your feelings and anxiety and focusing on all that kind of stuff. But it also has this sense of protection to it because the person is sitting there and they're surrounded by swords that are protecting them. And if they need help, they can just reach up and grab one and, you know, handle their business. So I think that you should remember that you have a lot of protection. And open up your heart. It will help you attract more love or help or whatever it is you need. But keep your heart open this weekend, Pisces, as these like difficult things or what you don't want to happen is happening, and suddenly, you know, you got to deal with stuff that you hadn't planned on dealing with. But you're protected. You're spiritually protected. You're, you know, whatever way that you connect with spiritual energy, like your ancestors or prayers or whatever it is, lean into that because that is going to help you a lot this weekend. All right, friends. Pisces, we're all done with your reading. If you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, comment. All that kind of stuff really helps the success of the channel. And come back tomorrow because I tend to post every day. And right now I'm live streaming a lot. My preference is to post videos so that they're just there for you. But actually this live streaming is kind of getting fun because I like interacting with y'all, so it's cool. But yeah, so there's pretty much new content here every day for every sign. So tomorrow we'll be talking about, because it's the weekend, we'll be talking about messages from the other side, from the spirit world. And then on Sunday, we'll be talking about messages from your pet. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching, for interacting, for listening to me talk, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow.